Welcome back to the Crypto Bliss Spotlight to all of you wonderful, blessed, beautiful souls. Guys, I haven't done my video that I launched for you guys today. Unfortunately, didn't get published because it is sitting in drafts. Must have had such a crazy day that I just didn't end up pushing the publish button. So unfortunately, it didn't get published for you guys, but I will publish it anyway so that you guys can just have a look and see what's going on and what's happening out there in this wonderful world. But in the meantime, you guys know what to do. This is where you guys can come over and see where we're at, what we're doing on the channel. I hope you guys have subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you are checking out what I'm about to leave you right now in the wonderful pinned in the comments down below for you guys. We are about to have a look at the most incredible and beautiful charts. We are going to learn some trading together tonight. We are going to have a look at some of the most crazy, awesome videos that we could possibly share with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And, for now, love you all very, very much. Thank you for really being here with me. Guys, make sure you are signed up using the links pinned in the comments down below for you guys on the side of this beautiful live stream that we are about to do for you guys. Let's have a look at the market. Let's have a look at what's going on, what has happened today. There was quite a lot of news that I shared with you, but unfortunately, as I say, my video didn't publish for you guys. So let us go and have a look at what is going on out there in this beautiful market today. So let's start off with the cryptocurrency cap and the fear and greed index. What do you guys think? In the meantime, if you guys are watching this, let me know down in the comments below what charts you would like me to do an analysis on in this live stream. You guys have about 40 to 45 minutes left on the live stream with me. Ask me, because I'm going to be getting to them pretty soon, and I will show you some of my trades, and we will enter into one trade together later on in the show. Let's go and have a look at this beautiful energy here right now. All right, guys. So first of all, the cryptocurrency market cap, it's come up actually by 0.7%. We have had a blistering hot day here in Johannesburg, and now we're about to have a freaking crazy hurricane kind of storm. It's interesting out there, but nonetheless, it looks beautiful, looks wonderful. We are at a $1.463 trillion market cap today. Trading volume has increased even since the video I did for you guys earlier on, up to nearly $70 billion at the moment. Terra Luna Classic pumped up to 256%, but I mean, look where it is now. It's already only up 44%, which means it lost 20%, guys. That is a crazy. Alliance Block or Nexera, wow, 2.4% down, but that's trending. So it is a coin that we need to talk about on the channel. But guys, as you can see here, Bitcoin is sitting just still above the 37,000. It's come up a little bit for the day. Ethereum is sitting at 2017 and BNB at 226. So all of it is holding pretty strong. I mean, considering BNB has had the crazy fire and CZ and all of that, I mean, we're down 7.8% in the last 7 days. That's not too bad, guys. Truly, that's not actually that bad. Now, I just want to say that on that note of Binance and the price falling down, that all the allegations basically against CZ, I mean, in the video that I have, I'll release it for you a bit later this evening. So make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell so you guys get that video. You can at least see it before you go to sleep later. But essentially, and it's very short. It's about 15, 16 minutes. So yeah, it's not terribly long, but you guys are going to want to watch it because in that video, I actually show you that CZ has zero allegations against him. He's never committed a crime. He's never done any fraud. He is absolutely, he's like a little butterfly compared to the monster of FTX. Okay, so, at the end of the day, I think that we are going to see CZ just pay the fine, walk away, help them with perhaps prying eyes into the system. So, Binance may, essentially not be the most favorable. And at the end of the day, it is a centralized platform. So why not sell it to or let, the prying eyes of the SEC delve into that? So I don't know about you, but if you like that, enjoy that. I do trust Binance completely as a company. and what it's done and what CZ's done for the industry. But at the end of the day, I don't want prying eyes, so will be removing my crypto slowly but surely, putting it back onto my hardware wallet, putting it into my Bybit account. Use my link down below, my Bitflex account. Use my link down below, and a couple of my other accounts, so that I can make sure that my assets are spread over right now while I'm using them to trade and essentially grow my Bitcoin and Ethereum portfolio over the long term, guys. So the Fear and Greed Index is sitting at 66 after yesterday's 73. Not too bad, right? The Morales money bubbles. I mean, guys, USTC literally took up like half this page earlier on, but now where is it? It is nowhere to be seen. And actually, we're seeing quite a few of the altcoins pump up, because when I did my video earlier on, I mean, there was about this much red, but there's a lot more green now in the chart right now, which is great. And this is obviously based on American session opening up. So not bad for what's going on out there, guys. The losses on these coins that are in, that are kind of bleeding at the moment, there hasn't been too much further downside. We've actually seen an increase in them. So that's pretty decent, guys. What would you say? Let me know down in the comments below. But right now, we're going to actually have a little bit of a look at the Dixie chart and then the Bitcoin chart. Because, look, the Dixie chart, it looks keen to make a little bit of a pump up. Maybe we make a little bit of a pump up back here. But, guys, this is resistance. So, for me, that's another area that we just say, oh, bye-bye. And essentially, what we're going to have to do is we're probably going to have to end up breaking this line over here. Let me draw this box for you guys. And as you guys can see, we would essentially probably want to break that line to confirm that essentially the move to the downside would unfold nicely, because now there is interim support at this level. And I mean, guys, this is what I'm going to show you on the charts just now. But we hit our first level there, our second level there. This level didn't break this level. We hit this downsloping trend. So downsloping support, horizontal support, downsloping resistance, horizontal resistance. Okay, so now we just need to we probably need to see this. I mean, this is the 4 hour on a dollar. So let's see what happens for the dollar in a short little moment. But guys, for the interim, I think we might essentially see a little bit of a pullback, which is not a problem, guys. Let it do its thing. Essentially, it's going down. You guys can see that. You can see that from the Bitcoin price action. You can see that Bitcoin has now hit the trend line here once again. You guys can see how many times we've hit this very same trend line and found some good support on this trend line and essentially bounced back right up to the top of this trend line. Okay, so for me, we're grinding up. We're making higher highs, higher lows the entire time right now. And I think we're going to continue to do that essentially until the chart tells us otherwise. Very simple, guys. So you can see that this is actually longer term support, which we're holding above at that point right now, which means that we have the potential to bounce nicely off of this area, especially considering we have the stochastic RSI resetting itself, pointing to the upside. And then also we have the MACD sell pressure starting to die and dwindle out. So looking juicy all in all. And right now I can just say to you guys that we pretty much would like to see this price action. So for me, this was a little bit of a flush out, to be very honest. Again, they keep trying to flush out the market, as you guys can see here. So don't let them fool you. Don't let them flush you out, because we're maintaining the composure of the upward higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so right now, don't let them flush you. Just keep adding strong to your position, and we'll talk about that in a little bit while we trade. So essentially what you want to be doing is, okay, if you got in late and you saw this massive pump up on Bitcoin and you didn't catch it down here where I caught it, you could have caught it there. If you didn't catch it there, you could have caught it there. If you didn't catch it there, well, you can catch it there. And then it bounced off there, and then it bounced. You can add to your position, add to your position, add to your position, add to your position. And currently, it's a good time to add to your position. Okay, remember that every time you add to your position, it moves your entry level a little bit higher, but make sure that your stop loss is tight and keeping in sync with where you would like your stop loss, guys. My stop loss is now underneath the 33 level. To be very honest with you, I'm pulling my stop loss down here to the 31.5 level. And the reason I'm doing that is because maybe we get this crazy wick out and then an immediate bounce straight back up, guys. I need you guys to know that you guys can see on this time frame that essentially the strongest volume is down here at this red zone, which is at 26K. So, there is a bit of a downfall here, and kind of coincidentally, it lands up there being with that upward sloping trend, right? Which has been a long-term support at that level. So, but for me, guys, look at every time I zoom out a little bit, it adds more pressure to the higher time zones for support, which tells me that the strength to push it down here is going to have to be very, very intense and have a lot of power, liquidity behind it. And guys, I don't believe that anybody is selling their Bitcoin right now. That's just the truth and the honesty of it all, guys. So I don't know about you, but I'm certainly not selling any of my Bitcoin. And even if I'm trading it, I'm actually, as I said, continuing to enter into my positions, and that's why I've built a big enough position, guys. So the same thing is happening with Ethereum, and you guys can see here on the Ethereum chart, we are looking very, very nice and beautifully juicy over here. We are making somewhat higher lows consecutively. Maybe we have a little bit more to come down, but essentially you guys can see here the same thing is busy unfolding. The sell pressure on this time frame is minimizing. Yes, we have a little bit of resistance now at this point, but if we have enough momentum from the stochastic and the MACD to get us up here, guys, I'm pretty confident that with strong pressure there, we are going to break through this level, pump right back up to the top, creating another high, as you guys can see in that area, and then retracing, and then grinding our way back up, guys. It's going to be a slow grind right now, and it's going to be a slow grind very likely until the spot Bitcoin ETF has been released, guys. And I have to say that to you because we have seen nothing other than a slow creep up. Only when there was news that pumped the market did we see crazy pumps, crazy pump. Other than that, we have literally been crawling up here, guys, literally been crawling up. So, I don't see why we wouldn't do the same thing going forward at the moment, especially considering that it's people like you and I that are busy buying more of these assets, okay? It's institutions, yes, they're buying a little bit, but they're not actually buying as much as they should be. At the moment, look at where we at, guys. Gosh. I mean, just adding to your position around this area here would be very healthy. I mean, so if we break this 1900 level right here, that's a bit of a dangerous zone. But look at the lower highs and look at the lower highs, and that is generally a very bullish and strong signal, especially if we maintain these higher lows. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. I would love to know what you guys are thinking and what you guys are kind of enjoying. So happy Clintex, Veracity, and Anti-Bot. Never even heard of Anti-Bot. What's up, bro? Hey, Dano. What's happening, Dano? How you doing there, brother? Hey, guys. How's it going, man? Max, how are you doing, brother? Thanks for botting this for me, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Guys, as you can see, I'm riding fast because I want to get to the trades. So actually, you guys know that I got stopped out of my trades last week because of the, let's just say Bitcoin did this. So actually, this momentum that pulled us down from the top here. And this is how accurate the RSI is. So it depends on what your strategy is. If you guys want to trade 4 hour, I will show you 4 hour. If you want to trade daily or weekly, I will talk to you about these time frames, and I will make sure that the charts are clear for you. So let's get to it. All right, let's start off. So first of all, if you guys want, click the link down in the description of the videos on the channel, okay? And you guys can go ahead and grab yourself a TradingView account, and you guys can get up to 70% off plus 1 free month. So you're getting, 70% off plus, you're literally getting 370 days worth of And you only have 1 day, 14 hours to do that. So let us first go and look at a Bitcoin chart. And I'm going to find a Bitcoin chart for you that I actually have not yet used, so that we can actually clear the charts for us. And then what we'll do later on in the video is we'll go and have a look at what the... Whoa! Guys, if my signal gets disrupted, that's difficult. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go and look on Bitfinex. Let's go and look on Bitfinex. Okay, I think this is a clean chart. Let's go and see if it is a clean chart for us. All right. Yeah. Okay, guys. So, obviously with everything that is going down, we are seeing good liquidity come into the space. And of course, the BlackRock and Fidelity and all of the ETFs will actually bring us really incredible, really very, very incredible energy into the space and into the market. Okay, guys, here is the chart. Now, I want to start off at your highest time frame. Let's start off at your highest time frame. Okay, and then we'll start to add some signals. But before I do signals, I'm going to draw some lines in here for you guys so that you guys can see where we're at, what we're doing, and why we would draw lines. Okay, now, first of all, let's draw the most obvious. Okay, horizontal resistance levels, support levels. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to select either one of the tools. You can draw a trend line kind of, you can pull it in any direction, and you can basically use that as, and you can basically use that as a, we don't want to replay, stop, no. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. There you go. I don't want to replay. Back. Okay, there you go. Back. Okay, I have to refresh this. Sorry, guys. Let's do a refresher on this one. Because I don't want... There you go. There you go. I clicked the replay button by accident, Sometimes these things happen. Okay, guys. As you can see, we might have some signal disruption from the electricity out there that is behaving badly and madly. Make sure you guys are signed up using my Bitflex and Binance Bybit links down below, guys, because we are going to do a trade in a little moment. So let us remove all of this, and we're going to add all of it in a little moment. But I just want to show you very, very, very simple how to draw some lines. So check where we are. I'm just going to focus on where we are. Don't worry where we come from for now. But if you guys want to draw the horizontal lines, you can either do a horizontal ray, which from where the cursor is, it draws that line for you. Okay, that's one way of doing it. Or you can do a full horizontal ray where you draw a line and it goes across the whole page there, which can kind of give you a bit of like a history, support and resistance level. But I would only use those towards the bottom where there has been previous price action. I would use normally the horizontal rays to draw in some lines. Now, generally, I would draw in the lines and maybe replace them with some boxes, etc., depending on where we're at. First of all, let's draw in this horizontal ray line here, because that's where we can see that the Bitcoin price is kind of making its way up to, right? Would you agree with that? Because there's a lot of candle action in this area right here. Would you guys agree with that? Let me know down in the comments below. I would love to know. But guys, so as you can see, what happened is we did this major pump. Okay, let me get a little bit of a different tool. Okay, so we had this major pump kind of from this area. No, we want to draw, there you go, arrow marker. We had this price action all the way to the top here. Okay, and then we had this pull down action right to here. And then it completely, when the BlackRock ETF, not the perpetuals, excuse me, man, I lost my train of thought there. When the BlackRock, perpetuals derivatives contract was released, this is what happened. We had this, first on the news, we had this pump, but then we had this crazy dump after that. And look where this dump brought us down to. So pretty epic, right? Now, what I want to show you is that essentially we have made some moves right up. We pull back. You can see that this level that we currently have, this horizontal ray, is a significant area is what I'm trying to say here. We pumped right through it. We pulled back under it. we stayed down below it, we tested it, we pulled back up above it. Then when we got rejected up there, we pulled back right down below it, we retested it, and then made our way down. Okay, where we've actually found some support on the next local area, which now I would get the horizontal ray from this area, and I would say that, guess what? Look at that area of that line of support where we didn't even come down properly and test this area. Now, guys, now this is where we go and take this trend line and we pull this trend line, because we essentially made lower lows, okay? But over here, we made lower lows, and as you can see, there was a wedge pattern that essentially, as you can see, it's a wedge pattern, right? Would you guys agree? We broke out of the wedge pattern right here. We basically hit the resistance at the top here with these two candles over here. And then from there, we essentially made our way up over the next couple months, hitting this level of resistance over here. So let's go and draw our next line in there, okay? So that you guys can see that very, very nicely, right? Oops. Let's do that one more time from a little bit closer for us, okay? Right there, okay? Now have a look at that line, and guys, this is why a lot of people are saying Bitcoin is bullish right now, especially on the monthly, on the shorter 4 hours and daily time frames. Man, expect volatility, but you're not in it for that time frame anymore. Right now, you're in it for a long-term pump like this, and this, guys, was not even the pump that we're looking for. The pump that we were looking for is this, okay, and even beyond that was even bigger. Okay, so now, let's draw back and stay focused here on the chart, okay? And we'll talk about happy and those in a moment. But I just want to do some charting with you guys, because I promised that I would do some charting with you guys this week so I can show you what's going on. Now, is there a little bit of resistance where we're at right now? Perhaps there is ever so slight little bit of resistance. You guys can see that in the way that that candle wick there, this body pushed through there. This candle kind of closed on that level. This candle closed kind of underneath it. Then this one broke back up above it. This one retested it. This one tried to retest it and didn't quite reach it. This one tested, broke down, pulled back up and closed above it. This one did the same thing. This one retested the bottom. Then this one closed on it. Then this one kind of tried to pump up, and then the pressure fell down. So honestly, there is more support at this area than there is resistance right now. So that's why I would say to you, a lot more people are a lot more bullish on the price action, kind of making its way up to this level right now before any significant pullback. For me, a significant pullback would probably be at least to this kind of level again, because we broke out here and we haven't quite retested it. And as you can see, every single time we do have a breakout, we do need to somewhat retest these levels, okay? Breakout, retest, breakout, breakout, retest, breakout, retest. You see that, guys? So, you know, this is very obvious as to where we are right now. And as we can see there, we didn't break that. So now this was a smaller time frame wedge. Now, on a higher time frame, you guys can see the same thing on a much higher time frame. Look at the wedge pattern that basically formed. And you must always remember to connect or get them as close as possible, the areas of the resistance. Now look at that area right there. How does this area actually kind of fall in this alignment over there, right? You can see that. So that's a pattern that we have already broken out with. So we broke out the short-term time frame wedge and the long-term time frame wedge over here, and the target of the short-term time frame wedge is there. The target of the long-term time wedge is up there, which is at all-time highs. Okay, so you can see how patterns unfold and how they work. If I had to draw the same for you guys over here, you guys would see the same patterns occurring. Okay, so if you can see what we're doing here, you can see that the wedge patterns that we share and are pretty much involved in the breakouts of these charts. This is where we are essentially looking. So this is more of a channel than a wedge, this one, but same, pretty similar concept. Now, if I had to pull back down here, you'll see that these areas would be the same thing. Guess what? We broke out, we pumped. We broke out, we pumped. It's as simple as that. That's the rules, guys. It doesn't mean we can't have these pullbacks. These are pullbacks. I mean, look, on the monthly time frame, that kind of pullback is around, I mean, look at that. That's about a 22% pullback. We were expecting 22s, even up to 40% would be a reasonable pullback. Look at the pullbacks that we had when we bounced and hit these freaking crazy highs, guys. We had 51% pullbacks. So you can't not expect there to be volatility in an asset that is a little bit like, let's call it new, but it's been around for 15 years now, guys. It's enough. Like, you need to get yourself in it. Do you know how many people I have helped get into crypto over the past little while? Lots, guys. This means that like crypto is playing out as we're expecting it to play out. So don't miss out on the opportunity to make massive gains, because if I had to show you the gains that we made from here to there, that's a 2,100% gain. Well, guess what? Here's another gain for you. Even just from there to there, that's a 258% gain. From there to there is a 700% gain. Right now, we have only seen Bitcoin kind of double like there, 138% gain. We haven't reached the all-time highs, which would give us a 326. And bearing in mind the target that I'm talking about, which, you know, some people are talking about 120, which would give us a 652. A lot of people are also talking about diminishing returns. But guys, this cycle is not like other cycles. The spot Bitcoin ETFs are being approved, which means the companies that are applying for the spot Bitcoin ETFs actually have to hold the physical assets on their balance sheets and have an equilibrium in amount to the amount that they're trading with, which means that, guys, this thing is going to pump up there. We're going to see a 50%, I mean, we could even see a 40-50% pullback, and everyone's going to sell out and think that, you know, the market's hit its resistance levels. But guys, that pullback can pull us back to this all-time high, which is what I've said to you guys will happen. I believe we're going to hit 120, 140, pull back down to the 60, 69 to 50K level, somewhere even down to this 48, 50K level, and that will be a crazy pullback. Let me just show you something right now. If we had to pull back from 120K down to that 48K, that's a 61% pullback. Why would we not have that if we have people that are shit scared selling out of their Bitcoin, getting out of the market, when people like you and I are not going to do that? We are going to hodl hard, because a lot of people believe, and I keep believing and saying to you guys, I believe we'll see a 285 to 300,000 Bitcoin. 300,000 Bitcoin gives us nearly a 1,800% gain on your money, or an 18x gain on your Bitcoin. A lot of people don't believe that that's going to happen, but guys, the fundamentals and the technicals are showing that this is about to happen. Now, before I carry on with the trading chart, you guys know that I absolutely love stock money lizards, and I want to just go and show you guys. This is Bitcoin, okay? We hit the low, we hit the all-time high. We hit the low, we hit the all-time high, and then we broke through and made it a new high. When we hit the all-time high, we broke through, we kind of hovered around these levels, and then we made new all-time highs. We pumped. This was a suppressed pump to the point where it even formed an M pattern, which broke down the neckline and brought us down to its target. It is making its way up, guys. You do not want to be that person that misses out on the crazy rallies that we see coming into the charts right now. We are about to see, this rally is what I keep telling you guys. We are about to see something that we have never seen in Bitcoin and crypto before. Now, you can see that Ethereum has broken out as well. Maybe we need to retest the weekly time frame here. This is why Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin till the end of 2025. It's going to do a 2,000%, you know, and this is basically saying maybe Bitcoin will not do a 2,000%, because if we only hit 200, and I mean, if we only hit 200,000, 300,000, that's a 2,000% gain. This is why it's not always accurate. You have to learn how to do this yourself. Oh man, BitMEX. He had the same issue as CC's having. Once he was resolved, I mean, look at this. His call is anything between 750,000 and 1 million. That's anything from 5,000 to 7,000% gains, which means that Bitcoin would essentially outperform Ethereum. But if an Ethereum ETF is also launched, guys, Ethereum could fucking pump. I don't think you understand what Ethereum could do. Now, that's why I just want to temporarily bring you onto this Ethereum chart, because if Ethereum from its lows over here does a... So Ethereum, if Ethereum hits, I mean, some people think Ethereum will hit at 10,000. That's an 813% gain. Okay. Some people believe it's going to do its 10x, which would bring us up to the 20,000. That's only 1,785. So maybe it goes even higher. Maybe it hits this 25,000 level to try and outperform Bitcoin. I think that there is going to be a kind of like a battle between Bitcoin and Ethereum market cap. But I don't believe that Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin, because people know that Bitcoin is the store of value asset, and that this is the asset they're going to want to invest in, because Bitcoin, according to the likes of so many people on the internet, can go to $100 million of Bitcoin, guys. $100 million of Bitcoin. Let me tell you from where this bottom was over here. Let's go, and just for the sake of this freaking, I mean, if you're holding Bitcoin forever, $100 million in Bitcoin, guys, we're now at 500,000, 80 million. There you go, $100 million in Bitcoin. $100 million in Bitcoin would still give you a 65,000% gain, or a 6,500x from where you are today. So for all those Bitcoin maxis and those believers, you guys can see what's going on out here. Now, let us just check in here with you guys. What is happening? All good. Stoked to see the notification of the stream. Antibodies 3 days. Oh, so TA will be obsolete. We'll have a look, Max. We'll have a look. Thank you for letting me know. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, guys. Make sure you are enjoying this and sharing this video with your friends and your family, because you want them to come and look how to trade. Now, let us go, and for you, Max, have a look at a happy chart. Okay, now that oh, hold on. Before I do that, Max, let's do this, guys. So, as you guys can see, how much technicals we have basically drafted out. Now, as you can see from the lows over here, I would essentially draw a bottom there. That would give us that kind of bottom. So maybe Bitcoin can pull back down here, but I doubt it, guys. I doubt it at this point. And I'd like to say to you that the updated patterns are usually the patterns that you would want to look at. And currently, as you can see, we are attempting a breakout of this upward kind of sloping wedge. You know, essentially this is a bearish pattern, because it would bring us down. This would essentially be a bear flag, but because this is more dominant and prominent, and this has been making higher lows, and we have seen the fundamental volume come in, this is what we end up doing. So in here, you can come over. These will, where you click yours, this is all the ones that I use, but where you click indicators, you can come in and click the indicators that you want to use, and essentially then they would pop up. You would type in what you want to use, and so say for example, you want the RSI. Now you can star them over here and basically look at them. Now I would want to come in, and I would, yes guys, the lightning is crazy. I would want to look at the stochastic RSI, first momentum indicator, because it is one of the strongest and easiest momentum indicators, and I'm going to show to you guys now why so on the monthly time frame, and why so people are extraordinarily bullish right now in this moment. So first of all, look at where we crossed over here. Look at where we kind of crossed over here. Same vertical line. So let's go get your vertical line so that you guys can actually see that direct crossover there. Look what happened from that point. We made this crazy pump all the way to the top side. What happened when we got to the top side was only kind of just a little bit. We started to pump. Every single time that we got to that top side, bearing this area was a black swan event. This pulled us down very heavily, which was this area here with the black swan event. So otherwise, this would have probably stayed in this area and continued its kind of action towards pumping us up. And I think that event actually slowed the momentum down, and that's why we probably got this this double top here. So now let's draw. Okay, let's do the same thing now over here. Okay, you guys can see this right here. We got this low essentially over here. Boom. And guess what? We got that low and that breakout. And I need you guys to look at this, because this is how easy the stochastic oscillator is on the higher time frames, and it works the same on all time frames. And we'll go and have a look at that in a little moment. Okay, so you can see there. Then we made a pump out all the way to the top there. All the way to the top there. Look how the RSI told us to sell over there. But if you had sold and re-entered over here, I mean, you don't know, because essentially a full reset is down towards the bottom, okay? Now we've had that full reset because we actually haven't had that since 2019. So we haven't had the full reset. So essentially, this has been part of the one bull cycle, okay? This has been the bear cycle that we have seen in this market. And now, since we made this pump over here, we are going to sit up here like we did here and make this crazy rally out of this zone towards the upside until we eventually see some sort of crazy pullback, maybe at the 120 level, guys. I don't know. I'm not a genie. I don't have a lamp, but I just want you guys to know that this is how this works, okay? So right now, we're still in bullish territory. Don't ignore that. And if you guys want to make these indicators even more sharp, you come over here. Here, let's click on the settings of the indicators, okay? And I prefer to use 90 and 10 or 15 and 20, depending on the time frame. So here, you can basically come over and change that. So I'm going to make it to 90 and 10, and you'll see how even much more accurate this actually is now. So have a look at that, right? We're hitting 90 up here, but we haven't even pulled on the top side of this level. That's why I'm saying to you guys, here we didn't hit the top side, okay? We pulled back. We hit the underside of the belly. Then we pulled back. Look how natural it is to pull back essentially on the first time. We hit that pullback. We pulled back. We made the rally right to the top here. And then we got flushed out over here with all the drama that's happened in Bitcoin, in crypto over the last little while. Then we had this crazy pump to the top side, and we haven't even pulled up to the fully overextended levels of that 100 right there, guys. So for me, right now, we're actually in one of the best places. Now, I'm going to draw this horizontal line on the 100 because look how accurate this level is. Okay, I'm going to draw it. There you go. That's about as accurate as we're going to get that. There's 99.81. So it's nearly at 100. Okay. Look at how perfectly the top kind of hovered there for months, guys. How long was this time frame? I mean, from here to there was 26 bars. So 26 months. That's just 2.5 years that it hung out on the top end. So if we are not even kind of there, but if we said 26 bars, okay, look at how accurate 26 bars would take us to. Monday, September 1st, 2025. Guys, I have been calling the top of the crypto cycle at, and I think we're going to have a massive topping here, a blowout top, pull down, and then a complete rally back up. And for me, guys, you can see that. Look at that level. I have been saying to you 19th of October. So that's kind of 1.5 months difference and variation there. You have very limited time around that time to take profits. Look how accurate this is, guys. It's not a joke as to how you can use your tools like this. Now, I want to draw down to the daily time frame so that we can actually see how these levels work here right now. Let's go and actually start off right at the bottom here, at the bottom where we can see things happening. And then we'll kind of make our way up to these levels. Okay. So first of all, now it's a little bit more choppy, isn't it? Right? But because we've refined the accuracy, it will give us more accuracy on the chart. So 90-10 on the stochastic. Okay. So first of all, look how we pulled down here. This was a moment that we hit right here at a super crossroads. Look at what happened here. We hit the bottom because we pulled down from this level, pulled down, and then the stochastic RSI reset and told us to buy. Then it brought us all the way up here. We didn't quite get the crazy pump. Then we had a bit of a sell-off. So cool. You had a little bit of a pullback there, pulled us back into there. But guys, this was the breakout momentum. Look at this momentum. Look at how when we got to the top right here, this was the blow off right here. Look at this momentum it took at the top of this level to get us up to that point. Then we had a sell pressure. Doesn't mean we're going to break lows, but we can sit sideways while that action happens. And guess what? The RSI reset told us to buy again. Here's another trade. It told us to It didn't tell us to sell there, but it's, I mean, look at it, and we would have had to sit through a pullback on the daily time frame, which is quite a heavy pullback. But this is if you're buying on spot, you know, like if you're trading derivatives, it's slightly different. Okay, if you're buying on spot, look at the levels that you can actually make of money here. 41%. From there, 8%. That's why it's Bitcoin when it's moving up. 16%, 22%. Then this pump made even up to there 46%. Look at the pump. From there, it told us to sell. Look at the pressure that it put on us to get to the top level there. Guys, it is really just trading is super simple and just using simple. Don't complicate it, okay? That's why I don't like to complicate things for you. And that's why you can see how even these higher term time frames, they show us such significant levels of support along the journey, right? We got told over here, right here, to buy more Bitcoin, right here. And it hovered in this area. We got told to buy more Bitcoin here in this area. It pumped. We got told to take a little bit of profits over here, but it continues to pump. We have we've been bought up at this bottom and we're making our way up. Even if we pull back a little bit and get deep into this level, guys, and we pull back down to this level, even down to this 32 level, guys, this is buy territory. It's not selling territory, okay? Just please make sure that you know that right now. Let us go and add one more indicator onto this chart, which would be the MACD. So you guys would search for the MACD, and the MACD is the moving average convergence divergence. Okay, so how this indicator works and why I like it is because it actually works very nicely with the MACD as well. With the RSI as well, to give us a strong indication. Now you have the red. And let's teach you a little bit about this. You have the green bars and the the red bars. When it's going deep into the red, that's hard selling volume and pressure. When it's going into the white, it means that the selling pressure is minimizing and it's time to start buying again and accumulating. And look at how the crossover over there gives us the accuracy of the crossover there. So this all means we can still be selling, but the selling pressure is minimizing. The same thing for the upside, that here is buying, but the buying pressure is minimizing, and then it's starting to sell out a little bit. So look at this level here right now. We could essentially be seeing a little bit of a pullback down into the zone before we see a kind of a little bit of a buyback area here. Now, guys, we can sit like this for a long time while these basically these EMAs pull down into this area. We can sit in that white and red a little bit, and we can kind of just float around here. Look at what sitting in that area kind of looks like. Look at this, okay? So doesn't mean we can't come back and pull down to this area. In fact, if we did pull back down to this area, that would be extremely healthy for us at this point to accumulate as much of this as we possibly can, Bitcoin, for this upside and the next side to the pump. Because the next pump, guys, undoubtedly is going to go to $48,000. And you can see that, as we've said, and we've drawn out on the higher time frames all the way up here at this level right here. Okay, so that is a juicy thing to look at. Now, let us go and look at Happy. And let's just, I'm going to, for you, Max, we are going to have a little bit of a look at Happy on KuCoin so that it's a clean chart for you, because, of course, on my chart, I do have this in play. Okay, so let's have a look here at the Happy. Oh, we have Happy KuCoin chart already set out for us. So, you know, you guys can see these boxes here. These boxes are very important, and I draw these boxes on the weekly time frame for you guys. And essentially, why I draw them on the weekly time frame is because the weekly time frame actually gives us very nice, clear pictures. So if you guys have seen what I've just said to you about the MACD and the stochastic RSI, well, what would you guys say down in the comments below? Let me know down in the comments below, guys. But yeah, this is, hey guys, thanks for joining Before Crypto. Thank you, Capri Caesar. Really appreciate you guys joining the channel. Much love to you all. Really appreciate you all. So Happy, as you guys can see, is kind of playing in a territory. So we broke down this level here, but okay, zoom in so that you have a little bit more of a more clear view. Let's take the trend line. Let's take the bottom zone of the trend line and put it to the top. Look at that angle. It might not be a strong angle, but it's a good enough angle. Now, guys, look at how obvious the same things that I've been telling you. Look at the MACD. Yes, actually, let's do that for you guys. Look at how perfectly these indicators give you trading opportunities. So have a look at this right here. Okay. Let's zoom into this so that you guys can see this and that you guys are aware of this. So first of all, you can see there, we hit the bottom, right? Okay. We had a very strong reaction over there on the stochastic RSI telling us to buy. We also had the crossover on the EMAs on the MACD. We also had decent buy volume coming in this area telling us to buy, right? So these are indicators that you guys can use to indicate whether that's a good opportunity or not. Let's find another one for you guys. Okay, well, let's go and grab this area. Look at that stochastic RSI right there. Okay, look at how, even though it didn't pull down, it was telling us that, you see, and this is where trading comes in, because it's hitting this level, which means that it's a strong support, horizontal support level, and you guys would now bring your horizontal ray into play, and you would bring it to that area saying, okay, well, it's a double bottom. We're probably going to break out a little bit, and it looks somewhat like a W. So the neckline breakout would become the target of the next area. Now look at how accurate these freaking things are, guys. Okay, so I bring that to there. Look at, oh man, that was a good click. Essentially, that target would have been there. Look at where these candles closed. It closed below there. It doesn't mean it can't wick above and below the zones of support and resistance. Guys, look at how many freaking times it did it above my box here. Perfect example of that. It's like a freaking disco show outside with the weather out here. It's crazy, guys. I love it. Okay, so you guys can see this, and this is so fundamentally beautiful and important. Now, you guys, you can see something's happening here. So shit, I need to bring in a trend line because, okay, there's a bit of resistance there. You guys can see that. There's a bit of resistance there. We have now also looking like we're making another W pattern, another neckline breakout. You guys can see this. Can you guys see the horizontal rays and the support and resistance zones that these coins meet? Guys, it's so easy to look out for them, but of course it takes a little bit of just visibility in the eyes. Okay, look where this level would bring us to, guys. That pattern would break us out of this downsloping pattern right here, okay, which I actually need to correct because you must be accurate and must have 3 touches. Look at that target of the next breakout. If this happy coin breaks out of this, we might pull back, we might sit here, but we might pull up and do this. We break out of this and we retest, guys, the next level. Look at my purple box. Look at the resistance levels. Can you see this? I hope you guys are enjoying this because you can see the patterns are unfolding. Now, with that being said, look at, even if I squeeze the chart in a little bit, look at another, look at the neckline that I was talking about there. Look at the next W pattern that is essentially kind of making its way to unfold with the target being in place. Where would that take us? Where would that target take us to? Let's have a look. Okay, that's the neckline breakout. Look at the resistance level. You guys, the consistency is unreal. Look at those levels that it would basically ask to come to. And if we did that and we broke out and pulled back and found support, that would essentially then break us out of this resistance level over here. Look at that resistance level from the lows making higher highs and essentially making higher lows in this area. So if I had to draw this this line out, look at the wedge pattern that the megaphone pattern that we are essentially creating at this point. This could end up looking like what the pattern and the volatility and happy could end up being like, guys. But you should buy some more, take a little bit of profits, buy some more with those profits, take some more. That's the point of trading. You are 3xing your money to these levels, guys. It's ridiculous. Like, you need to look at these patterns in a way that it helps you see what is really going on. And that's why the larger time frames are actually very, very beautiful. And it's good to look at the larger time frames because the larger time frames guide us in a way that the lower time frames can't give us, because the lower time frames get your emotions stirred. It gets your energy kind of like, oh no, it's going up. Look here. I mean, it's going up. Oh shit, it fell down. Oh shit, it's going up. Oh flip, it's falling down. Oh no. Oh shit. This is why when in doubt, zoom out. Simplicity, guys. I own Happy. I hope you guys own Happy. This, for me, is one of the most beautiful coins. And I think the technical analysis on Happy, guys, Happy's previous all-time high was way higher than this. I think it was up at $210 up here. Somewhere around this area, $210, $211. So from where we are, those gains that we could potentially make off of those bottoms to the all-time highs, 3,300%. Are you interested in this coin right now? Guys, amazing, amazing. Okay, we're running out of time here, but let's go and do two more quick charts. Anti-bot. Let's see what this is. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it on here. TBQ, no. Doesn't have it. Dex Screener would be the only other place we could see that. Dex Screener. Let's see if it shows up for us here. But I hope you guys are enjoying this. Subscribe to the channel if you are not yet subscribed. And if you're enjoying the content, make sure you share this with your friends and your family, guys. This is a good video for them to learn how to trade. Oh boy, I might be blocked. My NordVPN might be blocking me from... Guys, speaking of NordVPN, make sure you get your NordVPN. Use my link down in the description of the videos on my channel so that you guys can make sure that you are trading with a NordVPN, because you want absolute protection and security against any internet fraud that happens out there. I can't see anti-bot here, Max, so I'm going to skip anti-bot. But much love to you guys, and yeah, cool, man. I'm okay with the views for now. You know, I know I've got to grow my channel here. Love all of your energies, everyone. Thank you. Everyone, thank you. Okay, so that is so much fun, guys. You guys all rock, man. I love you guys. Okay, so let's look at Max. What did you ask for? Anti-bot, and you asked for Clintex and Veracity. Okay, I can't give you anti-bot because I can't find it, but we'll maybe send me a link in the comments and we'll make a video about it one of these days. Okay, I'll have a look into it. Now, Veracity. Let's look at VRA very, very quickly, and let's see if we can look at VRA on another platform that we haven't. Okay, let's go on to CoinExPatrix. No, let's go OKX for now. Okay, so OKX, let's look at this, guys. Woo wee, damn. Okay, guys, you can see this. This is where we have some resistance. Straight up, always draw your first line of resistance from highs to lows or lows to highs. Okay, that is over the weekly time frame, and that is since February, the beginning of this year. Now, you guys want to see something even more juicy. Look at the higher lows. Okay, can you see how we are now officially bouncing in a triangle pattern? We could come back down here to the 0.0051, and then we could make a breakout, or we could just pretty much fuck off and make a breakout, probably hit this resistance level. Why? Well, let's look why. Look at that level. Look at that level, guys. Boom. You can see that, right? You guys can see that. Resistance, resistance, resistance. Well, punched through there, broke down and held below this entire time. Hit that level, bounced to the bottom of the triangle. So I wouldn't be surprised if we broke out here now, hit there, found some support, maybe even pulled back down, made a higher low, and then bounced up through this level. The next level of resistance will be that level. Undoubtedly, you guys can see that. The next level of resistance will be that level over there. You guys can see that. Pretty super, right? You guys can see that there's confluence here because at the moment, you know, the stochastic RSI is pulling down. Let's go and see the MACD because the MACD's buy volume has slowed down substantially, but doesn't mean it can't just sit here like this and make a pump. Again, it doesn't mean that it can't do that, guys. So just watch these indicators very closely, and let's go and pull up an extremely random indicator so that you guys let's keep the lines. Let's keep that line and take away those. Let's get the channel. I mean, there's not going to be enough information from the Gaussian channel. Here is another indicator. You can see that we're very tightly squeezed, and the median band is where I would say that we would pull down to. So a good buying opportunity here on veracity would be this 59600. I would say 0.006 would be a good buy level. Buy some more at that level because, as you can see, the current price action is actually on support, bouncing off of support. So we could just wick down for the week, pulling this RSI down, and then bouncing off of that very hard. And guys, when we get up on this and it starts to turn green, as I said, we're going to bounce on it and then pull up. There will be that resistance, and we're going to bounce up to these levels, and then we're going to slowly grind up here. But guys, I mean, this could also happen very, very fast. You know, the bull cycle could essentially bring in trillions and trillions of dollars into this space over the next little while. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's have a look at Clintex. I did a Clintex video. Okay, guys. I apologize on behalf of South African load shedding. Okay. Really, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for being patient. Thanks for waiting on the channel if you did. Let's go back in here and log into my chart so I can show you guys what's going on, what, and all the rest. So we're going to have a little bit of a look at Dodge. Let's get our QR code sorted out. I hope you guys are signed up with the link down below, the two links down below, so that we can make sure that you guys getting yourselves into some incredible trades here. Let me just log in. I think we have logged in. Let me do. Yes, we have logged in. Wonderful. Okay, guys. So now, look at that. We are looking at a nice Dodge position. Look at that. I can tell you already straight up. Look. What are you guys seeing? What are you guys seeing? And I'll even draw it in the trading room here for you guys. Okay, so we have seen very nice, and I'll even pull that level because if we break that level, that would be dangerous. But look at this beautiful. I mean, this is the 4-hourly time frame. We've got that kind of level, that kind of pattern that's busy forming out on the 4-hourly right now. But if I had to actually draw the real and true resistance, that would be the real and true resistance there that we would be essentially waiting to break out of. And as you can see, we are finding some support on this level. So it, for me, looks as though we are creating higher lows once again and higher highs in the kind of short-term time frame. Are we bouncing off of this level and then kind of making our way up to the top? Yes. So for me, it would be a decent area to start considering. So you would ladder into your positions, and that's where we would see some very, very divine and beautiful spaces here. So let's look at how we just buy and set this trade out for us. Okay, so we can go to the daily time frame, and let's go and look at the daily time frame just to make sure 100% that the daily time frame is in alignment with our pattern. Kind of the daily time frame tells us we're in a little bit of a sell pressure zone, but at the moment, you see, I mean, it's pumped a little bit. So my stop loss, I mean, to have it here would be dangerous. So I would essentially put my stop loss all the way down here, which is quite a deep stop loss, to be very honest with you guys. So let's have a look at that, because if you wanted to take a long position from where we are, that stop loss would have to be about 10%, which is not, I mean, it's not terrible. And as you can see, then I would essentially make that target to this top of the area up here, which would give us a 26, which would give us kind of like a 2.6 ratio. So 2.6 to 2. I mean, we could even extend it a little bit higher. I mean, maybe up to there. And that would maybe give us a 3.38 ratio. So I would say that that would still be a good position for us to take a buy entry on Dodge. However, if it does break out of this, I would immediately just get out of that position. And why I would say that is because if we break there, the likelihood of coming back down to this area and taking you out for your entire stop loss might be a little bit higher. So you can see there's a lot of support along that area. So all you're going to do is you're going to start slow. So let's start slow. We're going to start off on a 3x. Let's start off on a 3x leverage. Okay, confirm. Okay, so I like to trade with isolated. So many people like to trade with cross. You can select that over here with cross or isolated. Here's where you select your leverage. Keep your short 1, because we're not shorting the market, we're long in the market. So your leverage would just be 1. Now here's where you come and put in how many Dodge. So if I say I'm going to buy 10 Dodge, it's going to cost me 26 cents. Okay. If I'm buying 100 Dodge, it's going to cost me $2.6. So I'm going to start off with a small amount so that you guys can see this for yourself. 100 Dodge. Let's enter our take profit and stop loss. So I said my stop loss I would put underneath here at 0.69. So let's move this across so that we can see that level. So stop loss 0.068989. So you guys can see there now that at the 3x leverage and your 100 buy gives you a 35% stop loss. It's big, but it's okay. So which means that you will lose maybe 6, 12, 18, kind of like 80 cents out of this if it hits your stop loss, which is not bad, right? I mean, it's a small amount of money that you're playing with essentially. Now, I'm not going to put my take profit, although I would say that this is probably, I would like to hold this for a little bit long, and I would like to say about 9, I would say maybe 10 cents. Put in 15 cents up here, okay? 15 cents gives you now a 274% position. Now, bearing in mind that this is with a 3x leverage, guys, I want to go and show you I'll come back and do the 3x leverage for you, but I want to go and show you if this was a 10x leverage, okay, what that's going to look like for you, okay? So 10x leverage now will cost you 80 cents to get into the trade, but your stop loss will have to be much closer, and your stop loss, so if we're going to do the same level as I was putting there, that's 132%. You see that? Which means you get taken out. So you can't actually have that steep of a stop loss. And if you even got closer, that would still take you to this level. So let's go and put the 0.15% level. That would give you a 915% gain. And that's how these oaks are making these, in the crypto space, are making freaking crazy gains, guys. But for the sake of this, we're not going to do that. We're going to enter into a 3x and build a position, add to your position every day, kind of add another $1 or another $2 to the position. If it falls down, yes, keep doing that, okay? But you must have a stop out level, and you can continue to move the stop loss level a little bit lower while you build that position. But if it reaches the maximum point of your threshold, then don't do that. Plan this right, guys. That's the only thing that I can say to you. So now I'm going to put in my stop loss, as I said to you, at the 0.0689 level, and I'm going to put my take profit. So this might take like a few weeks to get there, but that's okay. I'm prepared to stay in the trade for a few weeks to make $7.1 from my $2.61, right? Because I'm only borrowing 3 times the amount. So you can see that. So now I'll confirm. There you can see that the position, and right now the buy entry price, if I want to get in right now where I am, then I change this buy limit here according to that price. But I want to say to you, if I zoom in on the 4 hour, it's an averagey position, but I'd maybe say here 0.70. In fact, we said that we were going to enter into this trade right now. So let's just do this. 0.78 I'm going to put it at 446. Okay. And then I'm going to open the long, and it's probably, you can see here, estimated liquidation price. So if you want, you can put your stop loss just above that, but that means that that will be 100%, which means it'll gobble up the whole $2.60 that you put into the trade. So remember this for when you're doing much higher positions. Now it's submitted the position successfully, and look, I've got into the position. My stop loss is it's got me into the limit. It hasn't got me into the position just yet because it's currently 78.54. Our entry is 78.46. So we'll have to wait there for a little moment. Maybe it busts down. Maybe it breaks down into that little area. I'm sure it will, guys. It is inevitable. And essentially then we will then have the trade over here. And that trade then we start to continue. So here I'm adding to my positions here because I'm in the negative. And I would just add to those positions continuously. So I'd like to go and show you the XRP because my XRP needs a little bit of a top up because XRP kind of fell a little bit today. And you can see I already added a little bit to my position earlier on. So it's not, right now. So I added to my position there. So if I add to my position here, it's now going to bring my buy position up a little bit. But I'm prepared to do that on the basis of we've kind of hit a bottom, as you guys can see. So I would like to say let's hit, no, not 100. Let's just say 30. Okay, super. Let's get 30. In fact, let's do 50. Let's do 50. Let's get 50 more in at 6021. Okay, 6021. And then I'm not going to enter the take profit and stop loss because it's already on the trade, as you guys can see there. Open long, and hopefully when it hits that level, as you guys can see, there's my liquidation level. I'm isolated 10x. It will then get me into the trade. You see in there, it's 21. It will get me into the trade, and then we'll continue to de-pull this profit and loss a little bit down, because the more I enter higher, it pulls the level higher, but the more I enter lower, it pulls the level lower. So that's decent for me. There you go. It got me in. Okay, there you go. XRP 50 in. Did you see how it moved that down ever so slightly? So if I had to put in like 600, so the same equivalent, 600 XRP at this level, buy 600 XRP, it'll pull us right down to the level where we're at right now, which would actually be very healthy for us, considering where we are right now is the support level, right? That's where we are. Okay, so you can see the RSI is pulling up, guys. This is a very strong buy zone for me. I've got my stop loss over here. I don't believe we're going to come down. I think we're overextended now. It's time to go long. Love you guys. I think that's been enough for us. Subscribe to the channel. Check my links down below. Appreciate you all. Much love. And sorry for the disruptions with load shedding and the lightning. Appreciate you all being here. Hope you all had crazy, beautiful fun. Much love and beautiful blessings to you all. Okay, we'll check you all later.